Well, hello. Well, this is our first trip without our coal. Jane's in Asda's getting a couple of bits and bobs before we head off. Where we're going? For the 5th time this year, Willowfields. We'll see you there.
Hello, I'm Jane.
Hi, I'm Graham, and
Together
we are the Woolly Cod Wanderers. Well, we're at Willowfields, and it is for the fireworks, silent fireworks or something, dog-friendly ones, which had cancelled, basically because the field's waterlogged. But people were still allowed to come. So there's quite a few vans turned up, but we're all just on the hard standing. And look what we're next to, yeah. We're next to the Breaking Bad wagon. Well, we're venturing out for the evening, and I don't know if you can see in the distance the bonfire. Doesn't look as though anyone's going over to it because the field's that muddy, but I'll try and show you it. Not a bad bonfire, is it? Only thing is, the mud is a bit deep round here. But I think we'll go over and see what we can get to eat. Well, last night when we went into the bar, we had jacket potatoes and chilli. It was absolutely gorgeous. And then later on we had mixed fruit crumble encrusted, which was lovely. And as usual when we're in the bar, which is really nice, we had the good old sing-song.
Let me tell you about a meal that is a winner. You can eat it for your tea or for your dinner. It's good enough for princes or even kings and queens. It's eggs, sausage, chips and beans. Nice chorus. Eggs, sausage, chips and beans. Eggs, sausage, chips and beans. Oh, sorry. Until I'm best to smithereens for eggs, sausage, chips and beans.
You'll have to stand up to do it.
You can even add bacon or hash browns. Your diet plan will be blown to smithereens with eggs, sausage, chips and beans. Eggs, sausage, chips and beans. Again. Eggs, sausage, chips and beans. And I eat it till I burst out the seams. It's eggs, sausage, chips and beans. Eat it every single day. With plenty of brown sauce or Tommy cake. From Glasgow to Southampton, everywhere in the world. It's eggs, sausage,
chips and beans.
Chips and beans!
Eggs, sausage, chips and beans.
Chips and beans.
I can't eat it till I burst out the seams. For
Eggs, sausage, chips and beans.
Well, that video you've just watched from Willowfields should have been out 5 weeks ago. But one thing and another, I haven't been able to turn this camera on. Anyway, just to keep you up to speed with what's been happening, since the trip to Willowfields, we came back from there on the Sunday night. Then the Monday morning we got a phone call from Jane's mum that she'd had a fall. So when we went round, we just thought we'd be trying to help her up off the floor. However, when we got there, her foot, instead of pointing that way, was 90 degrees. So she'd had a fall and done her ankle in. So we waited, I think it was about an hour and a half for the ambulance to come, and then spent all of the day at accident and emergency. Shirley's okay, by the way. She'd broke her ankle on either side, so it's now in a plaster cast, and she's still at this moment in hospital, although we've sorted a bungalow out ready for her to come back home. But with having the plaster cast still on, obviously she needs care in place and things like that. So as yet, although the care and everything's sorted, we're just waiting for the hospital to say she can go. But once she comes out the hospital, she's supposed to be going home for a couple of weeks, and then she's going to get the plaster cut off, and then hopefully into a rehabilitation hospital. So because of that, it's put our lives on hold in a way, because we're having to deal with all that situation. And I don't know if you remember, just prior to COVID, Shirley got a dog which she called Patchy Little Shih Tzu. So we're looking after the Shih Tzu, which has helped with the loss of our Cole. So that happened the next day after coming back from Willowfields, and then a week later, I'm afraid to say, you're coming to say hello? Here, come here then. There she goes, there's our Gladys. And then a week later, on the Sunday, I was having a lie-in, and Jane says to her, she went, no, she said, Clover's not so good on his legs. Now Clover, the 12-year-old Jack Russell, or Parsons Terrier, had cancer, and we'd known that for a while. Back in 2022 she had a lump removed off one of her nipples and that. And once we found out she had cancer, it was how we were going to deal with it. And can you be seen on the telly there? There you look, you're on the telly. Yeah. So anyway, after speaking with friends and things like that, and people in the know, because Clover was fine, there was nothing wrong with her. Well, she had cancer, but her normal attitude, the way she was fine. There was no problem whatsoever, other than the fact that she was losing weight. And it's only now when you look back at the videos and you realise how much weight she did lose. But so we decided, because she was okay, that we would just go with her as she was and leave well alone, if you know what I mean. Because wrong decision or right decision, you say at the end of the day that decisions. Oh, there you go. Right, do you want to come up here, Gladys? Come here, onto there, better. There, that's better, isn't it? Yes. So anyway, we decided not to treat it and just to leave her, because she was, other than the weight loss, fine. There was nothing wrong with her. And people that we'd spoke to had said, you're not comfortable there, Gladys. You're only halfway in the telly there. Got to be in it properly, haven't you? Go, yes. There, look, you're on the telly, look there. Anyway, so our decision was just to leave it and deal with things as and when they happened. Well, this Sunday morning, which was like 2 weeks after losing our Cole, Jane brought Clover to me. She goes, she's not so good on her legs this morning. So she came into bed with me and was having a cuddle. And then she had like a fit, her head went back and her legs went straight and pushed out. And we thought, oh, this is it. And when she came out of that, then she just had a little bit of a cuddle and she was fine, wasn't she, Gladys? Yeah, so the reason I'm explaining this way is that if you have a dog with cancer, I don't know, each breed might be different, but it's how Clover's last day was, simply to make people aware if their dogs have cancer and what you could experience. And this is why it's took me so long to be able to sit and do this video. So anyway, got up with her and she seemed fine, and she'd stopped eating dog food and she was getting chicken and stuff like that, but she loved ham, so we give her a load of ham. And I said to Jane, I said, she fancying a walker. So anyway, we got the dog sorted out and we went off for a walk, and she was thoroughly enjoying her walk. She'd got excited and whining to go out, and we'd been out walking and she was okay. But you know, Jack Russell's are very explicit with the face. Is that the word? I've probably got it wrong, but this isn't easy to talk about. And she had a little stumble and she looked at me, and then she went to walk a bit more and had a stumble, so I picked her up and we carried her home. The thing is, you don't know what to do for the best, or if you should be doing anything. Anyway, we came back, took her coat off her, and she was just sat on my knee fine, and Jane was busy talking away to Philip on the phone. And then just out of the blue, must have been about, what, an hour after they'd been for a walk, she started howling. Really, she started this howl, and then she really went into a fit, and her legs kicked out and everything, and we thought she was going. And then once she'd come out of it, she got up and she was walking around as though nothing had happened. But the only thing is, I believe our Clover that we knew had died at that point, because she was walking around normal, she wasn't struggling, but she'd just walk and look at the wall as though she wasn't really there. And she even walked up to the TV and then like tried to get behind the telly. And we knew we had to get in touch with the vets. But with it being a Sunday, it wasn't easy to get hold of one. And we finally got hold of a vet. She's about 18-20 miles from us, I think. I'm not sure. It was in Stockton, up Preston Parkway. We're in Skelton. So we went to get in the car to drive her up there. Jane had hold of Clover. And I was trying to get there as quick as I could, safely, trying to drive through tears. And Clover was just laid there, then all of a sudden she'd just stick her head back and she would howl, in a howl as though she'd got her foot caught. And she'd howl like that, and then she'd stop and her head would drop to the side, and you thought, oh, she'd gone. No. And this happened all the way to the vet. I feel for Jane because she had hold of her. We were both going through it, but explaining this to people, if your dog ever has cancer and these symptoms happen, you know you need to move quick. How long that journey took, I couldn't tell you. 20 minutes, half an hour, and she was constantly like that. We got her to the vets. She'd nearly passed. She'd nearly passed away then. And when we took her in, and she got her injection to put her at peace. It wasn't an easy day, but anybody who has pets, when anything like that happens, darling, yeah. So when anything like that happens, it's not easy on you. What, Gladys? Yeah. You miss your friends, do you? So anyway, we brought her back. It was pitch black and what have you in the night, so we thought, oh, we'll leave her in the van and I'll dig a grave in the morning. So I dug a grave and put a ball in it. And the thing is, you know how your mind just goes blank. And I didn't expect that when I went to get her that she was all stiff, you know. Which didn't... No, Gladys, you can't go on in the screen, can you? So anyway, I'm afraid to say that we've lost Clover as well. So we've lost them both within 2 weeks, girl, haven't we? And it just seemed fitting to do this bit of to camera in the cab, because the amount of times me and Jane would be in this cab and doing a bit to camera, and you'd always see our Clover pop her head up. Let's just say it's been 5 weeks. Well, is it 5 weeks? I don't know, I'm just lost for time. But it's a hard video to make. But it's one I felt I had to make, and to let people know what can happen with your dog with cancer. As you say, everything's different and everyone's experiences are different. But we've got our Gladys, haven't we, darling? Yeah? And we've got Patch at the moment, yeah, haven't we? Whether he's going to be a permanent fixture or that, I don't know. But we always knew when we got Patch for Jane's mother that eventually in time that we'd probably end up with him. Whether we do now or what, I don't know. It'll depend on what happens once Shirley gets a cast off and how mobile she is. But I'd just like to leave you with our little tribute to our Clover. Until next time, hopefully not so one emotional, we'll say bye for now. You want to say bye-bye, Glenn?